Huh?
Your charisma-based intimidate. They can't see you.
Oh, this thing has me entirely in its mouth?
The top half of you. Unless you can convey rage through your feet.
I mean, I could do that.
Kick
Okay,
it.
I will let you roll an intimidate at a -10.
All right. Yeah,
It's the
sure.
first mistake.
Yeah, I'm willing to do that. Just
No, I know.
drop
Just
10.
go for it.
Just drop 10 from this. Man.
18.
I don't know why I had
They
to roll it
they're a
twice,
little
but
intimidated, but just shaken more than anything
I
else.
mean, that's enough to beat their thing, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's an
pretty sure
11
they
to beat.
already. Well, here's the
11 is
thing,
all you
right?
need to
They
beat. You
still
got
would
an
have had at
18.
least one round of shaken.
Yeah.
So they actually would be frightened by that.
Wait, really?
Because, yeah, because, okay, so what's their DC? It's like
11.
12, 13, 11? Okay, yeah. So, one, I beat it by 10. They'd be afraid anyway.
No, you dropped 10 from that, right? So that should be
Oh,
18.
right. So 18. All right.
Yeah.
So I beat it by 5.
Yeah.
Um, so that's 3 rounds per what I've got. They would have already had 1 round left over. So that would be the 4 I would need to frighten them.
Okay. Yes. They are proceeding to run again. Back to
As my
Kobe, who
scary
just
boots.
yeets
Well,
Groovy at the frog with the dagger.
I like that y'all are calling your characters by their names, and I'm still groovy.
Because I keep looking over like at the right, and I see Groovy instead of character name. To be
That's
fair,
understandable.
That's why I keep both.
that's why I'm like, oh yes, McCrude. I got that one. That's an easy one. Crimson is the other one. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. The other one's also coming up as Kobe, so it's just you that's being weird. So Yeats Charon. I'm gonna roll a quick attack. I rolled
Is
a
it a
d20
crit?
and I shouldn't have done that because I don't know the modifiers or anything. It is a +5. I assume she's not using Dex to throw you. It's clearly all strength. And that is a 22 to hit. It's going to hit. You're allowed a reflex save to see if you find purchase on the frog. As I'm going to just kind of call this a chest projectile like last time. There's the damage. Alright.
This is how you play this game, right?
I'm ready.
Fucking dwarf tossing
You
with a dwarf twice as
reach
tall.
out as you approach and you grab that dagger and you just you know you're gonna hit it the second speed. You just pray to God you survive it. As you go in and through the frog, bursting out the front and heading for a tree.
Second sneak attack.
You don't need to.
Do I still have pants on?
It had 7 health left.
You know the worst part? It would have actually been genuinely hard for me to do that even from within it. Even if it was guaranteed hit, there's no guarantee I would have actually
Like
dealt with
you
anything.
didn't even roll damage. She rolled the damage.
You punch a hole through this frog.
Yes, she punched a hole through the frog.
Don't worry,
It's
guys.
dead.
I got my knife back.
You got the knife back.
Well, not yet. Currently, you have to dig for it through these frog scraps.
Oh no, he grabbed it
Yeah.
with the reflex save.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm stuck in a tree.
You have hit the tree face first. I
Yeah,
am
you're
gonna
stuck in a
say that
tree,
was
I'm
a
face-
15-foot fall. So
You're
that's a
stuck in a
d6 of
tree. I'm
damage.
face down in the bottom half of a frog.
Charon takes 2 damage as he hits the tree face first. A little
Oh.
damaging. Not terrible.
It worked.
Yeah, it did.
This is the worst party.
I love it. It's great.
I'm probably gonna go look at what this looks like. I love it.
I know that being thrown was my idea. but I still hate you all.
Look, until you get to the point where you lead an army of kobolds because you once pretended that your party members' spells were yours, you don't know how to be the worst.
I've got worse stories, man.
Oh, I mean, that was
We
after I
can compete
busted
about
down the
worse
door
stories for
using an
D&D, but
NPC face.
I'm enjoying that
I
a
used an
couple of you have
NPC
art
as a
skills,
battering ram.
because this makes it even better. All right, let's carry on as she
All
yeets
right.
the guy at the frog.
The rest of the frogs are
The other
spooked
frog just kind of immediately drops you very kindly in front of it, turns around and begins to hops away, just like, I didn't do that.
What about the other knife?
Is in the tree
Kobe,
directly
Kobe.
above your head.
It's the
Hell yeah.
opportunity attack hit.
Do you have a knife left?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
I
you can
have
have the
5
attack of
knives
opportunity as it
total.
turns around and proceeds to just calmly hop away, because this was, this didn't happen to it. It is now so frightened, it believes none of this was real.
It didn't feel real.
And there's your D6 of damage. Okay. That's a total of
Well,
20
no, the
damage.
4
Or not
is
20 damage, sorry. That's
4
15
is
to
the
hit,
dagger,
which
the
does
d6 is sneak attack.
9 damage to hit. I need to
Yep.
roll a fortitude check to see if I live. No. It drops dead as well.
I told you you couldn't eat me. Ha!
Of the 4 frogs that were left, 2 are dead. I'm going to roll the d4 and assume at least one of them is running away. If I roll a 1 or 2, one of them stays. If I roll higher, they both leave. Okay, so let's say the frog on the right is still here. It was the one that Crimson dazed. It is no longer dazed. It looks around rather confusedly as everything is dead or gone.
And I'm covered in spit.
And you are now covered in spit, not too far away from it, and it just
It's
and
like
tries
just,
to grab Kobe.
I'd say just mean eye it. Just. Mm.
Okay, let's have an interesting moment. Because it's just one frog, and we clearly know you can take one frog, right? That's not a question.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, maybe not you. But so Kobe gets attacked by this frog with the tongue, and she just reaches out, grabs the tongue, and yanks it for the great sword. Get that free attack in, right?
Yep. I imagine this
That
thing just
frog's
like
just
sticks its,
slit in half, just.
I imagine this thing just like sticks its tongue to Kobe, and she's just like, "Oh, thank you." Just, like,
Handy
takes
handle.
it. As it just like grapples itself in towards her.
No, the frog shoots its tongue at her. She grabs the tongue and rips the tongue out of its mouth.
Yeah, as she just like holds her great sword out with one hand, just like grabs it by its tongue, swings it around a couple times, and just slams the body down onto the sword.
Anyway,
Then
so
she-
you
And
made
she
it.
just like pile drives it,
Yeah.
squishes it like a zit.
We're gonna do one more check before you get out of the forest because it is nighttime. But you are no longer
Can
in
we
the
grab a
dangerous
couple
side of
frog
forest.
bits?
You can grab some frog bits. There are 3 dead frogs.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You did not find more than enough to prove one gorilla was killed.
All right. Was
So
there
one gorilla,
like
3
no?
frogs.
I know we had blood and stuff. Were they that thorough? Was it just like there was
There
no
was
gorilla
like some
bits?
scraps, but nothing like recognizable from like where, so it wouldn't have counted. Like obviously, it's not a left ear. You can tell a left ear from a right ear.
Yeah.
How many ears does how many left ears does a creature have? But in this case, you find scraps of fur, a couple of things, maybe a finger, but you can't tell which finger.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we, I mean,
All right,
not
so back over
necessarily.
here. Need a D12 at night. Oh my. A 1. Wait.
Either nothing or something massive happens.
Hang on. I just read the wrong list. Oh, good. I still roll a d12 for this one. That's fine. You see a little
Four
tiny
drag.
lizard pop out from behind a tree and
I
chitter at
punch
you.
it.
Real quick, could Kobe have maybe channeled some positive energy?
No, she is out.
She only has one a day?
It would have
What's the
taken a
charisma?
couple.
I mean, I only rolled for one. It got us 9 HP. That would have been all but one of the HP we lost.
That's true.
Actually, no, I double punch it with my.
No. Yes, she channels once more.
Let me just roll for
You punch twice,
No,
or is
was
that
supposed to-
that's range? Which one are you doing?
channel positive energy. Well, in theory, she's level 3. It would have been.
Yes, that's right, McCrood. She is level 3. I forgot about that too. But Sharon, which
So, yeah,
one is your attack?
get your 9
you
HP
got
back.
1 melee and 2 ranged.
I was joking. I use range because I use dex to attack. But I'm
Fair.
joking.
First,
Congratulations,
first
you
dagger
found the
misses.
first.
Second one hits.
I was joking.
You found the first friendly
You
familiar
said
of
you
the
threw
game.
them.
Stab it.
I don't want to stab it. Is it friendly? How big is it?
It is tiny.
Do we recognize this as one of the like acid spitty types?
Have you all met one of these creatures yet? I don't even know.
We've had them described to us.
You have.
My character has I've written it
Dog-like
down
creatures
in
are lightning and acid spitting. Lizards are fire spitting.
Oh, so is
or
this
rarely
our...
ice.
As for Groovy, though, he recognizes it as a Fiora. They tend to spit a very hot ball of fire. It affects the landscape around where it hits.
How are they usually this big or small?
This would be a hatchling, you believe, which can't be good
I
if they're
wanna
breeding. Very much a Jurassic Park
I-
moment.
I want to keep it.
Take me back to your parents. I need to stab them.
I have food. I offer it food.
Actually, McCrude, Laser, that's not what they used them for.
I'm still...
But you
that's
kind
still
of
my
like just
head
sit
canon.
around not attacking it, just looking at it. It's about compy size, I should mention. Little chittering lizard.
Wait, do we still have Dad? Just to make sure.
Yes.
He's still back
in
in
the
that
cart.
hole, right? Oh, okay, we got him in the cart.
Yeah, Kobe would have been able to pull him up on the rope, and
All right, let me put that in.
Alright. When we get a free moment, I'll tell him everything I've also got in my journal, which is just various stuff about the island.
Oh yeah, by the way, I chugged those 2 canisters already.
Cool. All right, the feet canisters that I got earlier.
So I'm gonna take like one of my rations.
I marked those.
Yeah, but he didn't take them immediately.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry, what was the next thing here?
I'm gonna like look for a ration that has like some meat in it. I'm gonna offer it to the little lizard.
So looking around in your bag for a moment, you pull out a bit of meat and kind of approach it. That's what you're
Meanwhile,
trying to
I'm
say?
going to be sort of pacing around behind this thing.
What'd you say?
You pull out the meat and you kind of approach it, or do you like chuck it over to it? How do you try to offer it to it?
I place it on the ground and then step back a little bit.
It approaches, kind of chittering, looking very carefully at you and over at the others.
Cool
Yeah,
stuff.
it sees you. It
Just like clomp around behind it.
yeah, chitters a little bit more and gets closer. And it's almost on top of the meat, and kind of leans down, sniffs at it, picks it up in its mouth.
I
Swallows
love
it down.
this creature. No, stop. I will kill you in your
Did you
death.
try to hit it?
Yeah,
I want
I
to say
recognize
that
this
it
as
missed.
it's the bad scary.
I want to say that it missed. Unfortunately,
I
it's
mean-
just
dagger
enough that it
McCrude.
hits.
Yeah, I assume like face down, you know, chomping on some meat. I'm not gonna roll any sort of sneak attack because I don't know if it actually was denied dex, but
I'm throwing a dagger at Macrude.
I'm
As he
holding up a
tries,
compy to interfere with to catch your dagger.
as far as that goes, you do 1 damage for it.
Yeah, take
Charon
that.
throws his dagger. Does that hit you, Laser? Like, I don't want this to be
Everything
a
hits
party
me, man.
free-for-all.
Literally everything hits me.
Oh, jeez. Okay, you take 2 damage. You're not flat-footed,
Do I
though.
get sneak
There's that.
attack? Damn it.
No.
Was the compy
Sees you
flat-footed?
coming. It makes it not as lethal. The compy is angry and kind of like it didn't finish biting off all the meat, right? But it did bite off a large portion. Spits the rest out, and then spits this ball of fire at Charon. Need you to make a reflex
Why
save.
me?
'Cause you're in front of it.
I'm gonna throw another dagger at him.
You know,
This
Crimson, it's
time
not
I
a
put-
bad idea, but they kind of get abandoned at a certain age.
Look what you did!
Look, it's an orphan. It's going to turn into Adventurer Man, and it's going to go and hunt us all.
Not if we
Alright, I need to
make
figure
it
this
our
out.
friend.
10 plus con, half hit die. So
I tried to
1,
tame it,
2,
and this motherfucker comes up and stabs it.
13 on a reflex save is what you need to beat.
Me?
Yeah? Congratulations, the ball of flame hits your square, and the ground immediately below you kind of turns to magma. You're allowed to get out of it because of your reflex.
I hate you. This is the worst. This is the worst that this encounter could have possibly gone for me.
Look, I don't trust this thing, man.
Alright, at that
Can
point,
Crimson-
you are then allowed to throw a second dagger should you wish.
I want to.
I don't get another turn.
Well, you both acted at the same time before that.
I mean, I assume he threw it after he saw me stab the thing. It wasn't just like, huh,
Well, yeah,
who's
no, that
behind
was
it?
the
Let me
first
throw
one.
a dagger.
I'm angry.
I'm
I
gonna
will
assume we're
use
just
the
gonna move
dagger
on from
to
that.
meet you.
So this creature is not happy. It's been stabbed a little bit. A dagger went past Macrude. Crimson wants to try to tame it.
I feel like it's probably too late for that.
Diplomacy
Because I
on the
just
comp
tried
using
to.
Draconic. It doesn't do anything.
No, I'm your wingman. I'm trying to, I'm
My
trying to,
wingman, you tried to murder my date.
yeah, now you get to be the one that saves it. You're the hero now. Congratulations.
I shall take
I
him
don't
and I shall
think
call
it
him George.
works.
And I shall love him and I shall care for him and he will be my pet.
There you go.
I should have used animal.
I mean, I try to grapple it, but realistically, I'd probably fail.
I think you're kind of at a moment of what do you all do. I will say it is Macrude to go next. It is then Charon, Creature, Crimson.
I was kind of hoping that it would actually have been flat-footed, so I could take it down pretty quickly.
It was.
Oh, would I actually have gotten sneak attack on it? Like while it was,
I see what you're saying
you know,
there.
eating.
I was not considering that. It knew you were there and was listening for you. But as far as it acting on that turn, it was flat-footed. Just because, oh, I've been attacked. I spit, meat, attack, thing in front of me, and that's my turn. That was kind of its ready, go. With that done,
Why
it is
did you
back to your
attack
turn.
it?
Look, this thing is a bad.
No, it's not. It's a small.
It's a small bad, but it's still bad.
It's a small friend.
And when it
It's
gets
a
big, it will
tiny
be
bad.
big bad.
It will be big friend.
Do you want big bad?
I want big friend, which is what I was on the road to getting.
I am going to mention that the Knowledge Shaper, I know someone did it for it. These things can become large-sized and be pretty mean.
Question. Can the trustworthy trait be used on an?
What does it say?
Let me pull up the grapple flow chart real quick.
Oh
Look
no.
up trustworthy
Can't
really
use
quick.
diplomacy. No, I can't. I just clicked on, so you can.
You just put it on? Alright, hang on. Going back to the right window so I can look at it. +1 bluff checks. +1 diplomacy. You'd have to be able to diplomacy it. You're not a druid,
Yeah.
so you don't have handle animal to that extent. And I would be honest, this is one of those animals that wouldn't be able to be handled because it is still a creation. There are some issues with that you just don't recognize yet.
Then do I use magic device?
On.
Let me just
Ironically enough, you're
use
getting
this.
close to the right idea. It's possible to control a rogue creation if you know the tricks. So
Clearly, it's just knowledge shaper again.
it is not knowledge.
Got it. What skill
I
is it?
cannot tell you what it is.
All right, there's
As
a
you
button
proceed
on
to spend
the back.
turns finding what skill it is, you'd still have to be able to make the check and know that you made it, and know what you're doing. So the answer is you don't have the information to control it at this given point in time.
Intimidate.
Now,
And I wonder if I could use my profession rancher to hog tie this thing.
it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Would I get any bonuses to like grappling and tying something up if I used my profession?
I would allow for it.
This is a stretch, but
I would allow for it. Are you
okay.
currently carrying rope?
I have twine, and this thing is tiny.
That's fair.
I would like to lasso this guy.
Okay. Let me get that profession rancher or rustler or whatever it is.
Yeah, here. It's beautiful.
No.
It's beautiful. As I throw a ball of yarn at it.
Let's see if it plays with it. No. All right. It is back to Charon's turn.
I'm so good at this.
I don't even know what to do anymore.
Look,
Is
I
this
was
the
thinking it
While
was
you
more than
debate
one
that,
damage.
double checking some things. No, it does not allow me to change
I was
Since it's a
thinking it was-
creation, can I disable it?
name. No. That's your turn as you sit there trying to figure out how is it clockwork. Can I use this
No,
like,
no.
lockpick
Listen,
to?
it's not. It's not that it's clockwork. If I can't disable it through like technological means, I'll disable it through physical means.
Like grapple.
Okay, 11-11. Neither hit.
I'm mad.
Creature's turn. It, being afraid, scampers away. Now, unfortunately, Charon, you're 10 feet away from it. You can't get the sneak attack. Plus, you threw them, right?
No, those were melee attacks.
Oh, you stepped
Well, at least
up.
one of them was
All
grabbed.
right, you all are within range to get sneak attack on it as it runs away.
No, I'm not.
You're not. It's dead.
You killed it. How could you?
I'll kill you next. Remember that when you're asleep, you're flat-footed.
Okay, we're gonna back away from this very carefully.
All right. No, it's fine. It's fine. What was that?
Okay, I'm gonna disable your heart. Fuck. I still succeed.
Let me be clear here. We're working together, whether or not you want to.
What I like
A
about
throw
this was
dagger.
you're both rolling over 20, even if you fail on your main check. Okay, let's say you make it back to the base that night. Everything's back home. You're safe. You're cozy. We have 15 minutes left in this session, and
Is
you
he
guys have
flat-footed?
yet to proceed down the road. You've got 2 sessions left. I'm excited to see how far you can make it in this island at this point.
Do I ever get an opportunity to like go to the town and see if I can like barter for like kits so I can get a bonus to spellcraft?
Yes.
Also, can we trade in our kill confirms?
Yes, you can get your kill confirms. They are quite impressed. But not as
I've
impressed
got
as the last time you came in with the alchemical goods. They are still quite happy to give you almost anything you ask for at this point.
I've got them listed in the base equipment list.
Okay. All right. That's what you guys got.
Do I have to like give them like a candle or something in order to get the masterwork tool?
No, they are giving it to you free of charge at this point because of all the work you've done.
Hell yeah. Oh, it's £1.
Oh, while you're in town, I'm just gonna roll this perception check really quick. Yeah. Okay. There's no traps.
Thank God.
I rolled
I was scared for a minute.
Actually, hang on. Your perception is much better now. I'm not gonna go change the macro. How much do you get for your trap check?
I get +1.
So a D20 plus 1.
No, it's like +16 for a trap. I think in total.
Just a 16. Okay. I thought it was more than that. No. No, that was disable device. I was. Okay.
Disabled devices +20.
Never mind. I've gone crazy. Okay. That is it for today's game. I think. Maybe if you would like to suggest the next location of where you head.
All right, where's the next horribly high leveled area?
Anything immediately west along the road.
Let's go
In
there.
fact, if you ask where's a dangerous area, they say they do not send any serviles past the bridge that's nearby, which would be over here. And they do recommend, if you want something extremely high level, look to the light at the center of the island.
Because clearly the answer here is to just off ourselves as quickly as possible.
Yeah. So we only have like one more session, right?
2.
Oh.
There is one way you could get off the island in the next session. And if you don't
Taking
make it in
bets
the
if
next
we
session,
just
you
run
can still
into
get
the
in the
light.
next session after that. Because it's nearby. But I honestly
Something is
expect
we
people to
haven't
just
found
book
any
it
hints.
to the next city.
And if we don't get off the island, we basically just lose.
Yes.
Even
I
if
am
we
giving
have,
you
like, every-
positive points today, though, for succeeding at traveling to a high-level area, finding a Clois.
I mean, a calculator.
You mean Dad?
Dad.
Whatever.
I love Dad. And we killed one of your high-level encounter enemies
Yeah?
by fucking rodeoing. Like I'm playing Monster Hunter. Je suis
To
Monty.
the ground, indeed. Yes, you did. At this point, this makes you a positive 1 point team.
You mean a
you
0
are
point team
second place.
because someone killed a lizard. Killed a lizard friend.
And for surviving the forest with all those encounters and everything else, you level up again.
Yeah.
So I believe
Now
level
I
4
have
for your
another.
group.
To level 4?
Yep.
I'm pleased to announce that I am now even better at disabling traps.
Excellent. I will add more traps to the island just for you. Every room is now trapped. Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
Traps just fall apart in your presence.
Yeah, check
I mean,
this.
I'm barely finished leveling up once. Now I gotta do it again.
Sorry, check this.
All right.
Same.
I will say I hope everyone enjoyed this. Who was watching? I think
Yeah.
we've kind of reached the end of today's session. So that's it. So long, farewell, and thanks
How many
for all the
people were even
fish.
watching the stream? I think I'm the only person who's on the stream.
I think I saw 2 at one point, and I think one of them was my wife. So
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't.
I would hope that people who are in the stream and everything that's going on do not watch, because you get a lot of information when I have it in the background. Unlike for this one, which was just I had nothing ready to go.
I mean, it's clearly the way you're supposed to do it, right?
I had hoped you guys would start this session realizing it was a terrible idea and just back out.
No.
No.
You know, if it was a terrible idea, we wouldn't have survived.
And so the whole week I was like, they're not going to do it. I'm not going to prep this building. Like, I have ideas for it. I can fake it if I need to, but they won't stay there.
And then this is when the narrator goes, and then they stayed there.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, that's it.